Ranting for Vengeance is the son of Critical Drinker. Just look at the title of this video he made. Spider-Man Brand New Day, the worst Spider-Man movie ever. I'm wondering if this guy's like a time traveler, if he sees the future or something, because there isn't even a trailer out. Also, don't use the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer leaked, so this video was actually before that too. So I'm just gonna prove to y'all that this dude is probably like the son of the Critical Drinker, because of the stuff he says.
More comic accurate positive change with the up and coming Spider-Man Brand New Day. But I should have just stuck to my guns, because what we're getting is not comic accurate. And not only that, it's also filled with fake Punisher, feminist bitch, and maybe even a race swap of a classic character.
My guy, just because you don't like portrayal of a character being in a movie and a woman is in the movie, does not mean the movie's not gonna be comic accurate or bad. Cause Spider-Man Day does look really comic accurate, especially with the suits. And the director of the movie, Daniel Destin Cretton, is a big Spider-Man fan. So I don't understand what you're saying. Just because just because a woman is being added in the movie. By the way, it's rumored. It's not even confirmed to be true. Like, filming for Brand New Day is done now, and Florence Pugh has not been spotted on set, like, at all.
I've talked a small bit about Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies before, and I'll just be honest, he's the worst Spider-Man, and all of his movies are the worst Spider-Man movies. I really do hate The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and although Part 2 is a lot better, it still has its problems. But still, all that aside, the Andrew Garfield movies beat Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is this squeaky voiced kid by some ugly bitch Zendaya who should not be playing Mary Jane Watson. And please don't come at me with that bullshit of she's not even playing MJ, she's playing Michelle Jones. Stop coping. You know what it is. They want to destroy the original characters and source material. So they make Spider-Man into a weak cock, and then they take Peter Parker's biggest love interest, Mary Jane Watson, and they turn her from a hot redhead into a race swap bitch who looks like an 11-year-old boy from the slums of Brazil. But even though all of those movies sucked, I was being positive about Brand New Day, which is a really crappy title, by the way.
I don't know what you're saying, but Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man is pretty accurate to who he is. Heck, hot take? I'm gonna get burned to a stake for this, but like, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, in my opinion, he actually does suffer consequences. Like, for example, he trusted Mysterio, and then he almost got his friends killed. And that still led to consequences because his identity got revealed. He couldn't go to college, and it led to villains from other universes coming to his universe and attacking people. Heck, the Green Goblin kills Aunt May. In order to save the world, he has to make everyone in the entire world forget who he is. I don't know about you guys, but that's the consequences. Also, I don't know whether or not, but when was it ever in the movies where Tom Holland's Peter Parker was a C word? Like what? Huh?
And who knows, maybe that might be the case. I don't really care, because everything else in the movie sounds garbage. So you had the usual lies here. Spider-Man Brand New Day will be like a comic book brought to life. And yeah, the suit is probably the best Tom Holland suit and one of the best Spider-Man suits in the last few years. But by God, are people hyping this up? Like I'll show on screen right now, there were some leaked set photos and people were just losing their minds. I mean real cringe queers all over Twitter saying aura and this is gonna be peak, it's gonna be fire. Is it just me, or with these brand new superhero movies like Superman, Fantastic Four, Batman Part 2, and now this, there's a massive movement on the internet hyping this crap up, and it all feels super fake. Like these people are being paid or something to make the movie sound amazing. And as I say all the time, Marvel and DC are basically dead. So I don't think it would be out of the picture to create a big load of fake hype around a movie. Like legitimately calm the hell down. It's not that good.
It's like you're probably being paid by a 2018 Raimi fan to say this movie's bad.
Just because he's standing up in a crowd of people does not make it comic accurate, and by God, it does not make it good.
This guy would be glazing Henry Cavill Superman or farming in front of dead people, by the way. I'm guessing since he hates the 2025 Superman movie, he's a Snyder fan, because...
Case in point, Florence Pugh's Yelena will reportedly star in... Hold up, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Why on God's green earth are we referring to her character as Florence Pugh's Yelena?
Why like this is like a demonic sin? Like this Twitter account just like committed a war crime or something. I don't really see the problem here with the Twitter account referring her as Florence Pugh's Yelena. Like, because people might not know the actor's name. Or the character's name. So...
Florence Pugh is some 4 out of 10 bitch I don't give a crap about.
Bro got rejected by a girl, so he hates all women now?
I don't give a crap about. I don't go to see a Spider-Man movie to see some bullshit character who should not be anywhere near Spider-Man. You haven't even gotten the character of Peter Parker or Mary Jane Watson down properly, and now you're bringing in Florence Pugh's Yelena. I don't know one thing about this character. I didn't watch Thunderbolts. It was a load of shit. So sorry, but real comic book fans and fans of Spider-Man don't really give a crap about Yelena, some character who has nothing got to do with Spider-Man. And this is a very common issue with superhero movies and these big companies. They can't even get one character right, but yet they add in millions of characters into one movie. Like Avengers Endgame, you couldn't even get Iron Man correct, and now you're making a big epic movie.
Hey guys, this movie that I haven't watched sucks. So it's gonna make this movie that's not even a trailer out sucks. Because there's a character from a movie that I haven't watched, and I think it sucks. This is what this guy sounds like. This is what he sounds like to me. He's saying a movie that he didn't watch sucks. And the characters being from that movie is going to be in a movie that there isn't even a trailer out.
Punisher. Now I do have some videos about Punisher comics that you should read if you do have an interest in the character. But to tell you the truth, the Punisher is not one of my favorite comic book characters. The idea of him is really cool. He's Paul Kersey from Death Wish, this stone cold vigilante mixed with an action hero like Rambo. He also takes inspiration from hard-boiled pulp characters like the Executioner. He should literally be the best character of all time. But trust me, he really isn't. From his many different comic runs, only a few are really that good. Like Jim Lee's Punisher War Journal, although flawed, has some great issues. And the same goes for the work by Mike Zeck and Chuck Dixon. Now, out of all of those runs spanning from the 80s to the 90s, one thing can be agreed on. Punisher is a hero. That's just a plain fact. It was that way in the original Mike Baron run, it was that way in the Jim Lee run, and it was that way in the Chuck Dixon run. And also in the Punisher graphic novels, which most people do not know about because all they read is the crappy subverted Garth Ennis run that made Frank Castle into a psychopath, which he most certainly isn't. The character was not that way for a good 10 years. Now I could make a full series, I don't know if you guys even want to see that, of comic characters that were ruined by the movies and later comics that changed and retconned characters to become woke and something that they aren't. Characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy, Moon Knight, Daredevil. And the Punisher is a big one, but the worst portrayal of the character of all time is Jon Bernthal. Now I won't get into this too much because YouTube does not really like it, but Frank Castle is Italian. And if you do your research, Jon Bernthal is not. Jon Bernthal would be more suited to play, I don't know, The Thing. I'll just leave it at that. that. But all that aside, the dude just does not look like the Punisher at all. And newsflash to all these people who love the Punisher TV show and love his appearance in Daredevil, he doesn't act like the character either. Freaking out, having mental breakdowns and twitching like a retard
Can't say that.
is not the Punisher. And unfortunately, he's gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And just take a look at the picture. Now people are hyping this up, calling it comic accurate. I don't know what part of this is comic accurate. All I see is a retard with a shitty Punisher logo, a shitty beard, and a haircut that needs to come down out of the sky. The Punisher is a vigilante. He's not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Why the hell does he have a flat top? Actually, what am I saying? The Punisher in his own show as well had this massive curly afro for some reason. Why is it so hard to get the character's haircut, shave off the beard, create the proper costume from the comics with a trench coat, and dual wield two massive guns? He only did it like one time at the end of season 2. For the rest of it, he was doing his usual shtick, twitching and freaking out like a mental retard.
Can't say that.
If I was in charge of this movie, I would just reject him straight away. Nope, the Punisher does not have big curly afro hair. He doesn't have a beard. And he's got some handicap who freaks out every 5 seconds. Just watch First Blood if you want to know what Frank Castle is. He's the same character as Rambo. He's a hero. He might be damaged and he might do some stuff that isn't exactly morally perfect, but he is a hero. And that's the end of the line with the Punisher. Anybody saying otherwise has not read the 80s and 90s comics.
Ooh, boy, this is gonna be a big one. Why is it a big deal that someone's hair looks different compared to the comics? Like, why is it that big of a deal? Like, is someone gonna die or something? What you're doing right now, my friend, is called mischaracterization. Frank Castle is an example of a broken, tragic anti-hero. Calling people slurs and handicapped just for having PTSD is low-key kind of fucked up. Listen, I have not watched anything Rambo related, but wasn't Rambo First Blood basically him having an entire PTSD mental breakdown or something? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened from what I've been told.
That could lead to a potential race swap. So some random black guy, I don't know who the hell he is, I don't really care, is playing a villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And people are theorizing, saying he could play Tombstone or the Prowler. And who knows, maybe that might happen. But knowing Marvel, they're gonna try to make it as woke as possible. And this was shared on Twitter with 15,000 spastics liking this post just proved my point. But would this not be elite casting for Norman Osborn? No, it wouldn't. Norman Osborn is white. That guy is black. Do you have eyes or are you retarded?
Say that.
What the hell is going on? 15,000 likes as well. That really does tell you the truth. It just shows you the people out there who believe this kind of shit.
Thinking about Tramel Tillman getting a play with Norman Osborn, mainly Norman Osborn, but giving us little hints and teases at what his Goblin could be like is just some shit in my brain that is making me moist.
What?
If this guy's being cast as a black character, perfect. If he's Norman Osborn, then you're gonna lose a lot of fans. That cringe gay TV show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, when you start making Norman Osborn and beloved classic Spider-Man characters black, gay, race-swapped, feminist, nobody likes it.
I'm not familiar enough with this actor to decide whether or not he's a good Norman Osborn or not, but it's just a black actor playing a character who's normally white. I really do not see the problem with this. Like, is the world gonna end? Is your grandma dead? Did your father left you go get the milk? Did a black guy steal your girl? Like, bro, relax. It's just a black guy playing a character who sometimes is white. Also, it's not even confirmed that he's playing Norman Osborn. So, why overreact? I don't know. You're just being stupid. Or maybe, I don't know. You might be racist. I don't know. I'm just saying. You don't like black people for what I'm saying right now.
Even means, but it says that Tom Holland's second Spider-Man trilogy will be his last. Just hold on a second. I'm surprised that he even got a trilogy in the first place when nobody ever liked this guy. but he might be getting a second trilogy. But who am I kidding? We all knew that this is what they were gonna do. Race swap beloved characters and just destroy and go against the source material.
You're wrong. Many people do love Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Just me too. His portrayal of Spider-Man, in my opinion, is good. But even besides that, people do love his portrayal. I don't get what you're saying. Also, his movies do good at the box office and Rotten Tomatoes. People are do like them and watch these movies. Look, you're just flat out wrong, bro.
Everything that just came out about this movie has ruined it for me. I'm not gonna see it. I don't give a crap about it. And I don't.
This is how he thinks the employees are gonna act like. Oh no, this one guy's not gonna see our movie. Even though our movie is still gonna make like $1 billion most likely, but like, oh no. Literally nobody cares. They're not gonna see it, bro. Nobody cares.
The closest we ever got to the classic Spider-Man depicted on screen was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. And why was that? Because there was actually respect for the comics. Because the people in the movie looked like the characters. And because Sam Raimi is a legendary director that made horror masterpieces and knew how to make a movie.
Oh no, this guy's like is not only all the isms in the planet, but he's also a Raimi shill. I just recipe for disaster. Yes, I like the Raimi movies. Spider-Man 2 is in fact my favorite film of all time. But you act like the Raimi movies are the most accurate things ever. Because Norman and Harry's haircuts look different from the comics, and you were very mad about that when Punisher's hair would look different from the comics. Also, I don't remember Peter having organic webbing in the comics, so, because you're just judging on the littlest things, so I'm doing what you're doing.
And if you got a problem with anything I said, go complain to your boyfriend.
Complain to your father. Oh right, he left you the moment you were born. Please like and subscribe for how much suffering I went through watching this video. Please.